Dun, dun, dun. And I'm back. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Leo season. Hello, hello. I know I didn't let everyone know that I was going to do a live, but I'm here and I'm on. No more hiding out in my Cancer season. So today's live is about intuitive information, intuitive hits, and what to do with the information. I know a lot of you guys have been experiencing this. So I see two of you guys are on. Go ahead and just let me know. Say a quick hello. Let me know who's on. Let me know who's on. Let me know what you guys have been up to. I have been hiding out in my shell. So astrologically, I am a Cancer rising. So even though my sun sign is in Leo, and that's why you guys get to see the performer and the outgoing socialite that I am, a lot of you guys know that when a lot of you first meet me, I come off as really shy because that's what my rising sign is. I'm a Cancer. So I like to hide in my shell, especially when I'm very uncomfortable. So hi, Laura. So that's what I did in Cancer season. And I actually, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't make it public, I actually got the coronavirus, which was a flu. It's the second time I actually got it, because for those of you who don't know, I got really sick back in January when I went to Reno, and that was before the whole coronavirus was a thing. But I know that this time I got it a lot less than what I got it back then. So it was a lot less, I felt like I was dying a lot less this time. Hi, Yami. So it affected me a lot differently this time. I didn't feel like I was gonna die. The symptoms were very similar, but different. The fever was very different this time. The symptoms, I still lost my sense of smell. I still lost my sense of taste. But that's what I was doing. I was hiding out. I am a fighter, yes, but in a different sense. I don't like to fight things anymore. I like to flow with things. So I definitely did hide out. I stayed in my little crab shell, and I really went internal this time, just like I did last time when I got it the first time. But this Cancer season really made me internalize a lot, and I shut the world out. Luckily, I have a amazing support system here at home, and an amazing family that also supports me. So I didn't go through it alone, just like the first time. But yeah, Cancer season this time, I really went internal. But I'm so glad, because the first day of Leo season, oh my goodness, so much better. I'm also back to performing, but we did miss our performance at the showcase because, man, that sucked. But oh well. Anyway, so now that I'm back, I'm back. But I did have to respect how I was feeling. There's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of low vibrations. There's a lot of things going on. And I know that I did catch it for several reasons, okay? Vibration-wise, I know what I've been playing into. And I know that there are certain reasons that I play into certain things. And there's certain lessons that keep coming back around that I have had yet to learn, okay? Time loops are a big thing with me. For those of you who have caught on, I post about them a lot. And for those of you who are still kind of figuring out what they are, it's every time something comes back onto the date or to the week of the timeline that you guys are in it, and you're with the same people, you're with the same vibration, you're doing the same thing, or you're traveling, maybe not in the same place, but you're with the same, you're kind of evolving, right? So let's just say when you're with the same people. and you're experiencing some of the same themes. Well, are you in the same mindset? Are you in the same vibration? Are you mentally, physically, monetarily? Are you better? Are you worse? Because if you're the latter, then you're going to repeat it again. Okay? So we're either going to evolve or we're going to repeat. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is the intuitive hits. All right, so I'll just get into it because we're 5 minutes in and there's 10 of you on here. So what this is about intuition. So I'll go into what intuition is. So intuition is, and according to Google, I just did a quick Google search. It's the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning. Okay, so no logic is there. It's a thing that one knows or considers likely from instinctual feeling rather than a conscious reasoning. It's like a sixth sense, instinct, divination, like a clairvoyance, a hunch, or a feeling. It's direct knowledge. You just know you know, okay? So here's an example. So when you meet someone, first time you meet them, something just tells you, I need to stay away from that person. They're just trouble. They're going to cause me heartache or pain, whatever the case may be. Or you're speaking with someone and you just tell them, you know what? You should probably stay away from them because they're trouble. They're going to cause you a lot of pain, or they're going to get you in a lot of trouble. You just know. You don't know where you're getting the information from, but you know you should warn them. Okay. Oh, Sam, you're on here. Awesome. You're catching me live. So these intuitive hits, what do you do with this information? Now, a lot of you think that just because you get this information, you're obligated to tell the person. You don't have to. This is not obligatory. Just because you're getting information doesn't mean you have to go and tell the person. Okay. Sometimes it's because your intuition is developing. Sometimes it's because you're working on your psychic abilities. Sometimes it's because you've been meditating or you've taken on a new hobby that serves as meditation. And all of a sudden you're unlocking this ability that we've always had, where everybody's psychic. I've always said this. But you start to unlock certain levels of your intuition and your psychic abilities when, yes, a gut feeling, yes, yummy. You start to unlock these abilities that you've always had, but they've lied dormant. So when you start doing things like a moving meditation, which I shared today, like dancing or cycling, or you started crocheting, or you started, a lot of you have gotten into planting, okay, or gardening with the earth, okay? You guys are now putting your hands in the soil. And a lot of you thought, oh, it's just a hobby. No, it's actually a meditation. So all of a sudden, a lot of you have started getting these intuitive hits and started getting information. And all of a sudden, you don't know what to do with the information, or you're all of a sudden having these dreams. A lot of you are having so many dreams right now. The dreams are insane right now, and that has to do with the planets that are in retrograde and like everything that's happening astrologically. And I'm not going to go into that. But we want to start weeding out, and these are things that you just, all of a sudden you just get, right? So I'm not going to go into like what's intuition and what's not. That's another conversation. But we have like logic and we have ego and we have wishful thinking, but those are just something else. That's for another day. But dreams right now are one of the biggest things that are happening with a lot of you right now. So how do you know when you need to share this information? So a couple of you have actually let me know that I've showed up in your dreams, or that you thought about me. You let me know, or you've texted me. But it's a feeling that you can't shake. Okay, maybe you had a dream about someone, or you had something happen where you just can't get this feeling or this person off your mind. And that dream that you had is really just uncomfortable, and you don't even know how to approach this person. And it just won't leave you. You're going to try and get this thing off of your mind, and it just doesn't leave you. It doesn't leave you. That's how you know when it's something that you need to go and approach them. For as uncomfortable as it may make you seem, you start off, look, I'm no, you can even say, look, I'm not the psychic. I don't know what I'm supposed to or how I'm supposed to say this to you. It makes you very uncomfortable. Okay. To share it. You feel very, very uncomfortable. Okay. But it doesn't leave you. That's how you know you're supposed to share it. Now, are you obligated? Never. You are never obligated to share. You don't have to. That's why we have that free will. Now, for those of you in my class, know that I have a different perception on free will. However, for those of you who do not feel obligated, know that with the information that you may share, you might be saving a life. That is where I always have that little asterisk that no, you're never obligated. But you never know what you're going to do when you share the information, for as uncomfortable as it may seem. Okay. I actually had a friend who is comfortable enough to share what he had I showed up in his dream, and luckily we've known each other for years, and I've done several readings with him. And he shared a dream that I'm pretty sure that if a stranger would have had this dream with me, they would have been very uncomfortable to share with this dream. And I probably would have been super uncomfortable hearing it from them. But when he shared it, it was just my confirmation to something that I had been working on, that I really wasn't sure that it should be my next class, that in the six month course that I've been working on, because I do have a class in session with 20 students, which I am going to be starting again, you guys. For those of you who might be interested, let me know, message me. I'm going to restart that class again. He actually messaged me, and that was my confirmation to let me know that I should definitely go ahead and move forward with what I was thinking. And he gave me exactly what I needed to hear through that dream. And like I said, it was a very uncomfortable topic, that if he wouldn't have been comfortable enough with me to share, he probably wouldn't have. But because he knew that dream wasn't for him, that it was a message for me, he knew to share it. Again, you're not obligated. Sometimes some of these dreams or intuitive hits come to you as a way to let you know that you're developing those psychic abilities. Sometimes they come to you as a sign of something that maybe you've been working on. They come to you as a sign or a precaution, or a, hey, you need to slow down. Okay. Now, I'm getting the thing where we need to talk about the ego. So for those of you who are working on your psychic abilities, for those of you who do psychic readings, we really need to get out of the habit of cold reading people, of reading people who aren't asking to be read. We also need to get out of the habit of asking people to read us on the spot. Or for those of you who know you have psychic friends, read me, read me, read me. I'm speaking from experience. That's one of my pet peeves as a psychic. When I first started, sure, no problem. But once you have an experienced psychic, then that's what they do for a living. I think I'm going to speak for some of my other psychic friends. We don't like it. I know I don't. So do us all a favor and know your worth and know their worth and respect their time and honor their value and honor your value and invest in yourselves. Because what they do may seem easy, but on an energetic level, woo, does it eventually take a toll out on us sometimes. because there are psychic attacks, there are psychic attachments, and there's a whole different realm that comes in with all of this energy work. So again, what do you do with this intuitive information? These intuitive hits is what I call them, that intuitive information. Write out your dreams, start writing them out. But you're not obligated to share the information. But again, the little asterisk that I'm going to put on that is you might save a life when you approach that person and let them know, hey, this is a dream that I have. Now, I am going to address something that one of my girlfriends put up. She recently had an experience where a bird dropped in front of her. She thought it dropped dead in front of her. So a lot of these things are happening right now where things are just unexplainable things are happening. Like a lot of dead animals are showing up, or they appear to be dead. A lot of people are looking at death as a final or like a finale, right? Here's what a lot of people aren't realizing is that we're shifting energy. We're going into one dimension into another. So everybody who's thinking or everybody who's isn't shifting into this new reality or this new vibration is leaving this earth. So when you see these dead animals show up, they're kind of checking your vibration. They're checking you. They're checking where you're at. Are you with it? Are you going with it? Where are you at? Now, when you see something dead, it's just to kind of remind you that we're mortal this time around. At least this body is. Our soul isn't. Okay? This body is very mortal. This is just a vessel. This meat suit comes and goes. It changes. By all means, I gained 20 pounds in this since 24 pounds actually since February, right? So this means to is constantly changing, and it's just to check our vibration to let us know and remind us that it's constantly changing, but that it's a process, right? We're here, we die, and then we're reborn. Okay, we might come back in a different vessel. We might come back on a different planet. We might come back in a different family. Oh boy, did I have a regression the other day that was amazing. I actually reconnected with a sister. And it was interesting because the first time I met her, there was a familiarity. And it was like I had known her for a really long time. And every time her and I talk, we just go in deep, like we just go in. And from the very first time, we were able to go back and forth as if, like I could just tell her and she could just tell me, and there was no offense. And it was just a very amazing experience where normally I don't get emotional when I do anybody's regressions, but I couldn't help to get emotional because they had already shown me that I was going to show up in her regression and how I was going to show up in her regression and why I couldn't get past some of my shit in this life and why I had to wait until I got to her regression in order for me to heal my stuff. So it was amazing. So you just never know what may come up in a regression session with me or with anybody, with any practitioner, but it is a service that I offer if any of you guys are interested. It's definitely something that's been showing up a lot. Hi, Ricardo. Thank you. So again, you guys, the intuitive hits, they're amazing and wonderful things. But don't look at dead animals as something bad. Later, she found out that it just it wasn't dead, but it just kind of was in shock. I do believe that they are doing some things in the air to cause these animals to come flying out of the sky and just drop what appears to be dead. The 5G is going off a lot, so just kind of, keep an eye out. I don't want to make this one too long, you guys, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know a lot of you guys missed me. I know a lot of you guys want me to go deeper into like the whole what's going on with like who used to be the elite because they ain't no more. I'll go into that. I'll tap into what I feel intuitively. it's interesting how they're not going into the trafficking that's happening, the whole Epstein thing with gasoline and all that. How the media is not covering it, but we are the media now, so technically we are. Just wait, you guys, we're about to go into a lot more deeper things, and the reason that I'm really pushing my therapy right now is because if you guys jump on it now, it'll be a lot easier to navigate things later. Again, my services are here for anybody who needs them. Know that it's just not about me throwing out the cards and tell you what your future lies, but it's really about giving you guys the tools so you guys can navigate your lives better, so that the healing that you guys have today, you can pass that on to your children. Because if you guys heal, your children heal through you. So I'll see you guys soon, okay? Take care. Bye.